we continue to celebrate Black History Month, we want to shine a light on a man who has blazed his way through the art scene right here in Dallas and was named Dallas's hardest working multi-hyphenate by D Magazine. I'm talking about award-winning painter, muralist, filmmaker, and designer Jeremy Biggers, who is now with me. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
My goodness, your resume is long. I mean, gosh, all of those job titles, very good. You were born and raised in Dallas. So how did growing up in this city shape who you are today, shape the artist that you have become?
I think, Dallas is a huge landscape. There's a lot of coverage as far as mileage. And so being born and raised in South Dallas and then bouncing around to, Pleasant Grove, Oak Cliff, I feel like I got a pretty unique experience, like living in all the parts of town. Yeah. And so I feel like there's so many different things that have pulled from those, living in those spaces that have made me who I am.
Yes, and Dallas is very much an arts community, so I can see how you literally were raised up with this culture. Yeah. Now, you use this hyper red color, and it is instantly recognizable in some of your pieces, and the dots that you use actually are a tribute to your mother. Tell me the connection there.
Yeah, so the dots in my work are a representation of my mom. When she passed away, I started seeing ladybugs as the week we were planning her funeral, and during that time, I started hiding ladybugs in my work, and then over time, I didn't want to hide her in the work as much, and I wanted her to be more of a feature of the work, and so I distilled it down to, what are ladybugs made of, and it's usually just those dots. That's what everybody knows and recognizes. And so I started using those dots as a narrative tool as well as a graphic element in the work.
Yes, but it's almost a staple too. Like when you see the dots, that's Jeremy right there.
Absolutely.
Your art also explores identity, particularly you being a Black man in America. Tell me, what conversations are you hoping to spark when someone stands in front of one of your pieces? What do you hope they're thinking?
Yeah, it's a very unique experience, and I want. I feel like it's a conversation that's been traditionally left out of the quote-unquote prestigious institutions. And so growing up, I never felt like I saw, anyone that looked like me in those museum spaces on the wall in those paintings. And so I made a concerted effort to try to make the works that I wish that I saw when I went to those institutions.
Yes, representation, it matters. Yeah. And you know what, you're showing up for the next young artist who wants to show up in the same ways you are. You have worked with, so many different brands. We were just talking about how long his resume is, but different brands, different celebrities, different entities. You guys have even worked with Netflix House right here in Dallas that just opened up. You did the mural in there, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, so tell me, how do you stay true to your artistic voice when you're collaborating with all these different entities?
Yeah, it's really tough sometimes. A lot of times people come in with, they have an idea of what they want and they want me to just execute that idea through my hands and through my lens. But a lot of times, like with the Netflix House specifically, they wanted me to just do my thing and they gave me carte blanche to do whatever I wanted to do as long as, they had to approve it obviously. But it was a tremendous experience and something that I was really excited about doing.
Absolutely incredible. I know it's one thing to see your pieces around the city, but to see it in one focal point that everybody is flocking to. Yeah. What is that feeling like? Because I know you see your stuff around everywhere, but what is it when you get a new project and you're like, okay, I did that?
Yeah, it's amazing. I always try to separate myself, the artist versus the fan. I'm a fan of my own work. I really like seeing it, and so it's really cool to be able to, drive down the tollway or anytime I'm at the Galleria or anywhere else that my murals exist, to be able to see those and revisit those.
Tell me, because I'm even looking at your jacket right now. You dress like an artist even, and so I love it. And so tell me then, do you see art in all parts of life, or is it something where you sit down at your studio and you're like, okay, let me get out my thoughts onto the canvas, or are you seeing it everywhere all the time?
I think it's a little bit of both. I try to remind people that art is everywhere, all around them. From the roads you drive on to the car you drive in to the street lights, all those things had to be designed by someone. And so being able to understand that, art is more than just the things that you see in a gallery or in a museum. It's the fashion, it's the choices that we make every day. And the, like I said, the bowls, the plates, the table, the chairs. Everything that we use every day is designed by someone.
Let me ask you a question, because you are in so many different lanes, doing so many different forms of art. If someone's listening right now and they're thinking, okay, I want to do this, I want to be creative in multiple different facets, but I'm having a hard time, or I'm overwhelmed. What piece of advice would you give to them?
I always tell everyone, just know that everyone you've ever met, no matter how well put together they seem, is all making it up as they go. Everyone is freestyling. And there's no rules. Whatever you want to do, there's that phrase, jack of all trades, master of none. But the rest of that quote is, but oftentimes better than a master of one. And so just because people try to project their limitations onto you doesn't mean you have to listen. Just because they can't be great at multiple things doesn't mean you can't be great at multiple things.
That was some sound advice. I've actually never heard the second part of that quote. Okay, yeah. You just taught us all something this morning. Very, very good. Where can we go if we want to see more of your pieces, if we want to know more about you? How can we?
I'm on all social media at Stem and Thorn, but also I have a show up at Texas A&M down in College Station right now that's up through May 2nd, I believe. So if you want to see the work in person, that's the most recent place, but I'm always doing stuff, so you just got to keep your eye open. It'll be there.
I was about to say, you're local, so all we got to do is keep our eyes peeled indeed. Thank you so much for being here this morning. We appreciate you.